All right, so we're kind of back again, I guess. We're on air there.
Yeah,
So yeah, we I guess we could say that people there were kind of back doing a follow up on our presentation of the shop video, the short 2 minute video. So we want to kind of go over our own personal feelings on why it's important to go to your local shops as opposed to internet ordering and carrying on and all that kind of stuff.
okay.
So I don't know who wants to start first, but
All right. So I'm closer to my learning curve. Um, so when I learned on mountain rental equipment. It was terrible, but I wouldn't have known the difference of it being good or bad. It's something I understand more so now. Um, and I did go to a local shop, and boy, was that helpful. The guys in the local shop, they got to look at me. They got my age. They, checked my stance, um, and they pulled out a board that was appropriate for me. And that was at the end of a couple of seasons when I finally decided to buy. Um, and then I would take it back to that shop to get it tuned up because I didn't know how to adjust things. They educated me on, how to adjust bindings. Um, they also refinished the bottom for me, and I would get my waxing done there, and I learned how to do that. Um, so going to the shop and getting a relationship with those people, spending my money there a little more than what I would have done on the internet for the same equipment and stuff. One, I wouldn't have had the guidance, and two, I met some good folks, and three, they were very helpful and you know good suggestions over the years. So, and that was a local shop. Um, that was back east. And tough. Tough. Uh, you could see that they were struggling to sell product when the internet was snatching a lot of that away. So yeah, that would be my first on going to a local. Um, Go ahead.
so that kind of led you into the fact that they knew who you were and you established a rapport and you got information and you
Yeah,
got things you wanted to do and they kind of were there to serve you. So
and
that
I
kind of
know
ties
now
it
what
in
they
itself.
told me was good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have known it then because I didn't know, but they told me good stuff.
Right. So having gone to the shops during this pandemic time and seeing how they're set up, finding out that a number of them are family-owned businesses. Out of the four that we have in this area, two are family-owned and been probably owned and operated for 30 years by the
Yeah,
people that are running it. And that's important because that's their lifestyle. And their communities, uh, they are contributing to our lifestyle, which is boarding, skiing, winter sports. So we kind of need those people. I don't have a particular list of order, or doesn't mean if I say it, it's in order. But one of the things that I like is you walk in with your problems after you purchase your gear. That's a good one. And you've got issues. You've got somebody to talk to and somebody who knows that you bought it there and
yeah,
and they'll take care of you. You buy it online, you may very well have to take it to them anyhow because you might not know how to set it up, might not know what your settings are, your stance. You might not even know how to screw it to the board. Might be a woman who doesn't have any mechanical tools or whatever, so she's going to go somewhere where they can help her. So she's going to go to a shop anyhow. So again, so I bought it. Also, in the fact that you bought it from the shop, when you have the problem, you walk back in. You buy it online. Where are you going to go? To a shop? Funny how that works, right? Because that's local. You're not going to send it back to where you bought it from.
sure.
Okay. So that helps you out in the treatment and customer service aspect, direct customer service. So next thing is um,
Just another thing to stick in there, and this is just the overall feel in the world.
yeah,
When we were growing up, you could walk down a main street, there were a bunch of shops on the main street. They would know you're a local kid, kind of thing. It was it was a community, and then malls came about, and then the malls kind of like took away a lot of main street stuff,
Yeah.
and you saw those people on Main Street struggle to keep up. And then now the internet has taken away
Main Street again.
Main Main Street and the malls.
Yeah.
So now we can go into malls and they're empty ghost towns. So and and that's all because of our patterns of behavior. And I'm nostalgic. It would be a nicer pattern of behavior to have my local shop knows who I am, just like when I was a kid, and I could go in and talk to them, and in this case now we go talk products. So
Yeah.
that's something that's gone away from our and I miss it. Like I do miss it.
Yeah. So I actually had that written down because and because you're a return customer to these shops, they get to know you, you get to know them. And then eventually I found that dealing with the same shops, there becomes a kind of a respect for each other. And
Yeah,
sometimes there is a return of that respect in the way of a discount or something that wouldn't be for the GP, the guy that just walks in once every 10 years
yeah.
or
Uh,
whatever.
and,
So
and
the other thing that the local shops do for you is they post most events, most things that are going on around
right,
your area. We have 5 areas that we have here within 70 miles of each other. So we see the snow reports, we see the event sheets, we see anything that's going to happen that would include all of them or one of them. It's a real community board within the shops supporting the places that we support also. So that's kind of a dual purpose thing there that really is very helpful. And also, they provide a service to the community and your areas. So personally, I think that the local shops are a thing that we have to keep using or we won't have any. At one time here in the Coeur d'Alene area, there were over 6 shops in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho itself, and that's not including Sandpoint. So there were probably 8 to 9, and maybe 2 in the Wallace area too. So let's say there were 10. We're down to about 4,
right,
about
yeah,
4. And of the 4, I'm going to say that the shops that right now will have the most carryover are would be the Ski Shack in Hayden and Lookout Ski Shop in Kellogg, Idaho, because they buy a lot of stuff and they depended on the swaps to get their stuff out and return with the reduced markdowns and clearances, but they can't do that this year. Whatever. A good example is there's said to be a swap at the Greyhound Park in Post Falls, Idaho, but it's
right,
not a
yeah,
swap. It's a closeout from an individual who bought thousands of dollars worth of stuff from the manufacturers, from ski areas that wanted to get rid of stuff, wanted to dump that 2 season old stuff or whatever. They're throwing it out, but there'll be no customers allowed to bring any gear into that.
yeah.
So
It's not a
it's strictly a
swap.
retail resale
Yeah,
thing. They're calling a swap. It's not a swap. It's a buy.
yeah,
So in the future, and you will also find that no shops in the future, because of the COVID and everything that's going on, is going to buy in volume the way they used to buy.
right,
That
yeah. They
volume
can afford
buy
it. Yeah,
is basically out of retail right now because of the internet sales. So if
yeah,
you don't see it in the shop when you go in early, and you should go in early season, don't see it there, ask if they can find it. A good shop will probably check around. I've had shops check around and call around till they found a piece of inventory I was looking for, ordered in. Yeah, then I had to pay shipping a little bit more, but they did me that favor, so I didn't have to find it myself. So that's another thing. So basically, I've come to the point that the shops are a pretty good deal. I enjoy the people. I think they do a good job for the community. And we don't support them with the few that are left, we will do nothing but internet buying At that point in time, anything you buy that isn't right, you're going to send it back somewhere. You're going to then start looking for places that can mount your equipment or adjust it. And you want to do that. So when you
Yeah.
go to a shop, what do you would recommend? Some questions you would ask the shop before you buy.
Okay, one of the things that dawned on me, it dawned on me in the one shop I went to, is there was a ski guy and there was a border guy, and I want to talk to the border guy. So the ski guy comes up to me and starts to chat because he's working the shop, and it's like, I need somebody that boards,
I knew
right?
somebody that board.
Yeah, and and so we start from there. So again, if you're not real familiar, you might want to lay out what you're looking for to the people that you're talking to, and then hope you get on the right. You got to get on the right page. And
Yeah.
then the other thing that happened at this other shop was the border. Uh, the guy, we became pretty good, and we'd chat a lot. And when somebody came in to buy stuff and they were beginners and novice, he would give them my business card and say, here's Ted. He works over here at Liberty. Go look for him if you're going to go take a lesson. And
Right.
that was very cool.
Yeah.
So and that it happened a couple of times at the mountain where somebody said, oh yeah, Jack's recommended you. Um, let's see what you got. And it's like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
under the gun. But again, that's all that interconnectedness between the
Yeah,
shops.
that's called networking. That's called
Yeah,
networking. So
yeah.
it's kind of you do for me, I do for you, and this
And
exchange. And I feel like the local shops, because we know we're down, that I've gone into, do have that feeling for us with us as Shred Ahead Snowboarding. And
yeah, right.
we'll also uh, put our name out there, particularly a Shred Shop in Spokane, because he goes, God, we should be working together simply by name.
Really.
But the Ski Shack and stuff did say, hey, we're going to put you on our social network and stuff, and we'll help you guys get your name out because you're helping to get our name out. So it's a good deal for everybody. It's a win-win-win, and I think people should really consider their shops. That means to educate yourself before you go on. What the hardest thing for the shops is the internet buyers that just go in and spend an hour, half hour hammering them on the question, take pictures and go out and order it over the internet.
Yeah.
You might find that talking to them about the one you saw on the internet, they might just come down to a price that you don't have to sit there and wait and you got it and you roll. So
Well,
those are things to consider. I think that everybody wants to do a business. And I know when I ran a small portion of this business at a resort, I didn't have people walk away because I would try to find out what they're looking for, what they valued, how much they wanted to spend, and see if we could come to an agreement. That's kind of like bartering, but I
yeah.
think we're getting more close to that because the shops have got to survive. So if everybody says, well, that's it, that's all I'm going to take, it can get tough. But I will say that the tougher part is you may not find what you want if you don't pay the price.
Well, the other thing too, just on another level, is like if you go in and you quiz an expert to take their knowledge, and then you walk out without buying anything in their shop, you just stole that, or you're stealing. You're not. That's all you're doing. You're just trying to suck the guy's brains out so you can go save $10 on the internet. You
Right.
know that that's I
So
look that's stealing to me.
let's
I
go
don't
to
I
you.
wouldn't do
Let's
that.
go to YouTube for a minute, and we'll say this because this guy's helped us out a lot. Avron on Angry Snowboarder. If you guys
Yeah.
go to angrysnowboarder.com, whatever there, on YouTube, you'll find he has just unbelievable amount of knowledge of every board that was made, every design, every
Yeah.
twist, every corner. If you want information before you go in a shop, go to YouTube, go to Angry Snowboarder, put down what board you're looking for, what bindings you're looking for, what boots you're looking for, and Avon will have it on his site somewhere over the last 7 years and current He tests over 150 boards a season, plus bindings, plus helmets, plus goggles. The guy is the most accurate person with knowledge and technology of snowboard industry and equipment that you will ever find. Far better than any of your manufacturers. Just telling you over the phone, it's real cool, and this is our deal. They're selling you. He's telling you, and that's the big difference. So go to Angry Snowboarder and have him tell you. He even has a service for buying, so check it out. And I think
And he,
that's about all we got.
not always 100% pissed off.
No, 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 no. He's actually just going to tell you what he feels, and he isn't going to hold back. But he will not tell a lie. He won't tell you a lie. He'll
Yep.
steer you straight.
It's
We have a
great product
friend.
here.
We have a
Yep.
friend who's boarding, and she struggled, and we asked Abram for some advice on her board and stuff. He has given it to her. She bought it, and I am sure she will be more successful than she has ever been before.
Yeah.
So basically, I guess we're out. I don't know exactly how to get out of here, but there it is.
Okay.
We'll stop our recording and stuff with the last thing
Hey,
being said.
wait. No,
Yep.
wait.